I want to talk about the college football playoff. 3 teams got in and it was no surprise. It is no surprise that Clemson, Georgia, and Oklahoma all got into the college football playoff. They made it into the Final Four. They made it into the top 4 in the nation. Each of those teams has 1 loss, and they all won their division. They all won their conference. But then the final spot for the college football playoff really angered everybody. And it was so fun to watch. Oh my goodness, it was fun. You know me, I love the chaos that is college football. I think the storylines are way more fun, way more interesting when people are angry and upset. And the committee chose Alabama. For the number 4 team in the nation, the selection committee chose Alabama over Ohio State. Remember, Ohio State lost 2 games this year, and Ohio State won the Big Ten. Here's why I really don't like the selection of Alabama. I don't like it for this reason. I don't like the precedent that it sets. So now in the future, we're going to have more teams that had weak schedules and didn't win their conference. I don't like that. I want teams to schedule tough. I don't want a fear of scheduling tough games. You rewarded Alabama for scheduling a very easy schedule this season. I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. Ohio State, however, made their own bed. Everyone is saying, how could you leave Ohio State out? It's horrible. It's awful. Look, my coach in high school had a saying. He would say this: never leave it up to doubt. We lost a game one time where a ref made a bad call, and we were all mad at the ref. And my coach pointed out, if you guys had just dominated all 4 quarters, we wouldn't have to worry about the ref making a call. Ohio State did this to themselves. Yeah, they probably got screwed over. Yeah, they probably could have made it in. But here's 2 facts about Ohio State. Ohio State lost 55-24 to Iowa, an unranked team. And they could have made a statement. They could have just obliterated Wisconsin this weekend, and they did not. They did not make a statement when they beat Wisconsin this weekend. Clemson trounced Miami. In the ACC Conference Championship game, Clemson annihilated Miami. Ohio State could have done that. They could have stepped on the neck of Wisconsin and really drove them into the ground and made a statement, and they did not. That was a huge key, I believe, for the selection committee. If Ohio State blows out Wisconsin 38-0, they're in. If Ohio State doesn't lose to Iowa earlier in the year, they're in. If they beat Oklahoma, they're in. They lost 2 games, and they had a chance to really make a statement, and they did not. Ohio State has no one to blame but themselves for not getting into the college football playoff. I really believe Ohio State should have got in, but that's not the hill I want to die on. Again, leave no doubt. But here's what bothers me the most. I keep going back and forth. I'm trying to convince myself that I'm okay with Alabama being selected and not Ohio State. Here's what I really don't like. I really do not like the fact that the Big Ten did not get into the college football playoff. There wasn't a single team that made it in. The Big Ten is the best conference in football. Like Penn State plays UW, Washington, in some bowl game, and they're just going to annihilate Washington. I can't wait to watch it. The Big Ten is unbelievable. And because the Big Ten is so good, the Big Ten has the strongest schedules in all of the nation. Every Big Ten team plays the toughest schedule because their whole conference is littered with good teams. Michigan, Michigan State, Ohio State, Penn State, Wisconsin. Endless teams that are really good and really challenge teams nationally. Here's why I'm not super angry and super upset that Ohio State didn't get in. I already said they could have left, no doubt. They could have done that. But the bottom line is we get 2 really great football games coming up soon. We have Clemson versus Alabama. That is going to be a great football game. I can't wait for that. And then we're going to get Oklahoma and Georgia. 2 matchups I can't wait to see. I want to see if Baker Mayfield can compete with Georgia. Can Baker Mayfield get his team to the national championship? That would be super fun. Will we get Alabama and Georgia, 2 SEC teams, finally playing each other in the national championship? That'd be egregious. I would hate that. Honestly, as not a fan of the SEC, not a fan of Alabama, I would hate that. But it's interesting. It's a good storyline. And we're going to get Clemson playing Alabama to get into the national championship. A rematch of last year's national championship. The storylines write themselves. So even though I'm upset that Ohio State didn't get in, and even though you can argue that Ohio State could have been shafted, I mean, look, we're going to get great football games with good storylines. So I'm not going to complain too much. Did Ohio State get screwed? Maybe. But they could have left no doubt. They could have beaten Iowa, and they could have really made a statement and trounced Wisconsin. They did not. There's no one to blame but Ohio State for not getting into the college football playoff.